Here's what...
Now, this is their lead claim.
This is their lead
This
claim.
is what they led with.
All right, I want to correct this right away because
This
if
is
what
big.
I've said is
Obviously big.
massive corruption coming our way. Look out. I talked about Air Force One and Air Force Two, a 747 and a 727, just spewing toxins just so they could fly over to Copenhagen and get the Olympics for Chicago, which is going to hemorrhage money and just be corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do I have? What's
the number one claim?
Number one claim
against
Here
Glenn
it is.
Beck.
And I want to apologize right now. I know I have it wrong.
Rhetoric. Beck said Vancouver lost $1 billion when it, quote, had the Olympics. Glenn Beck said Vancouver lost, this is a quote, by the way, Vancouver lost, how much was it? They lost $1 billion when they had the Olympics. The source is transcript. Glenn Beck show 9/29/09. Reality? Are you ready for the reality? Are you ready for the reality?
I'm ready.
From the White House. Vancouver's Olympics will not take place until 2010. Yeah. How could they have lost the money if that hasn't even happened yet? They nailed you in your face. In your face, sucker. Yeah.
Ooh, you're going down. Oh, man. It's over.
It's over. It's over. The media empire is about to collapse.
Hold on just a second.
Wow.
I thought that I was actually going to have to apologize. I thought that I was going to contend with some real problems here. Let me just take another approach here.
Arguing with idiots. Smart debate with dimwits. Truth for those who care to look. And another way to sell our book.
Well, you've finally been caught, haven't you, Mr. Beck? Oh, this is rich. Like you are, Mr. Fatty Fatso with a big fat wallet. Climbing up the backs of the poor. Eating small children.
I get it. Get to the...
You said the Vancouver Olympics already happened when they don't even happen until 2010.
Yeah. Yeah, see, here's what happened.
So
I looked down at my
stupid.
notes for the question and read Vancouver instead of Calgary.
Yeah.
So I misspoke. I should have said Calgary and not Vancouver.
Oh, you misspoke.
Yeah. But apparently nobody's disagreeing that Calgary hemorrhaged money because they didn't respond to the hemorrhaging money of. I mean, you could easily see how that was a mistake. I said Vancouver instead of Calgary. I was just in Washington State. I know that the Olympics happen up there, in Vancouver, British Columbia. See,
Yeah.
isn't this kind of a strange thing to attack? I mean, I'm talking about the Olympics losing billions of dollars. I'm talking about corruption, and they're calling me out on the order of Olympic cities. I mean, is this Trivial Pursuit? Because, I mean, it's like we're doing Olympic trivia or something like that. I'm not sure who won the bronze medal for speed skating in Calgary that year, but I guess the White House is going to, I'll have to go to the White House for that kind of information, because they'll have that, I'm sure. Luckily, they don't have two wars to run or deal with an economic crisis or corruption in Chicago or anything like that.
It's not about the date, and you know it.
Yeah.
It's about the fact that you said Vancouver lost a ton of money, and the event hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Calgary instead of Vancouver. I'm sorry for that one. I stand corrected. But when looking at it from a financial perspective, it's not really a 2-week event, is it? It takes years and years and years. Ask the people in Vancouver if spending on the Olympics has started yet. It's kind of like Medicare on Social Security. They aren't tens of trillions in debt yet, but any honest observer with a calculator can figure out that that's just a matter of time. This is what doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're the White House, why would you draw attention to the Vancouver Games,
Well, because you would want the truth out about them.
Yeah.
You said they were losing a fortune. They haven't even planned the games there.
All right, well,
Okay.
you asked for it, so... Well, I mean, you didn't, but at least the White House asked for the details on the Vancouver game. So let's give you the details on the Vancouver games, which, again, haven't happened yet. The Vancouver Olympics budgeted $175 million for security. According to the Vancouver Sun, that number may be $800 million higher. British Columbia's Auditor General reported that British Columbia, quote, has not fully disclosed the risks associated with the cost and revenue projections, end quote. He says they didn't include, quote, what he and two previous auditors believe should be counted as Olympic-related costs. The billion-dollar sea-to-sky highway improvements, the near billion-dollar trade and convention center, and the $2 billion Canada line. That's close to $4 billion that they just kind of shuffled off into other books. Plus the $600 million the government admits to.
Okay, but those numbers,
Hold on, just I'm not entirely done here. Also missing from the budget, the $300 million Olympic bonus that unionized government employees got for signing a 4-year contract that ends after the games. I just love these unions. By the way, that contract ends right after the election, too. Transportation to the event, which is another unaccounted for $250 million. Canadians are also on the hook for the Olympic Village for $1 billion. Its original budget was less than $200 million. They thought they could make the money back by selling everything as condos after the games. Yeah, guess how well those condo sales strategies are working out for them. Just interest on the money for all the unsold units could cost Canada $48 million every single year. So far, we're up to over $6 billion in unaccounted for cost. The original budget was $1.5 billion. Also, remember, it doesn't include everything. There's still almost a year before the games actually start, but don't worry. They planned for this. They have a contingency fund. $66.8 million. Unfortunately, they've already spent 98% of that money.
Yeah, well, you still mixed up the city.